Hi everyone, it's Rosie. Excuse my nostrils. This is, let me see if I can adjust it a little more. So this is my dining room table and part of the kitchen. Sorry, I'm bouncing you around like a ball. I wanted you to see the flowers. Maybe I can get them in better focus. So these gorgeous flowers were from my daughter Helen, and she lives just a block away. And my girls and I have always loved Little Women, so they give me really special things on my birthday every year, and my birthday is 16th of November, so that makes me one of those people with strange personalities, right? But we already knew that. So it says flypaper products, Little Women, pear, cinnamon, and vanilla. And it smells so yummy, like you want to take a bite of some kind of decadent fruit dessert. So my daughter and I just had about, I got my McDonald's half-cut tea. A lot going on this week, I just found out. Well, I can't really say right now, in case my other kids see the video. But if you hear dishes rattling, then I just want to show you, these are the dessert dishes. 2 years ago at my 70th birthday, my grandson Nico and his wife gave me a beautiful set of vintage china. And it says Creative Fine China 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it says Noritake. Taiki, whatever. And this is the, I don't know if that's a salad plate or the dinner plate. I haven't gotten to the bottom of the box yet, honestly. So, and it says the same thing, of course, because they're the same set. So, okay. Now, I had showed you some cups and saucers in the secretary bookcase, which looks like a hutch. It's sitting right next to me here. So we went to Dollar Tree. I asked her to take me because I wanted to buy some stuff to make Christmas decorations, and I understand that gingerbread is really popular this year. Anything gingerbread, everything gingerbread. And I've been making gingerbread for, by the way, these are lighted. They're about, I think they go outside. They're about a foot, or not a foot. They're about a yard, like 36 to 40 inches, right? And here's where the batteries go. They have lights all the way up through here. And then you have thing that you stick on the bottom of it and then jam it down in the dirt in the front yard. I don't know exactly where I'm gonna put it yet. So anyway, there's those. When we got to Dollar Tree, my daughter gave me $72 as part of my birthday gift. And she said, oh, that's funny because I was born in 72. And I said, yes, you were, honey. And then I said, and I'm 72 this year. And she goes, oh, Mom, I forgot that part. So we were both laughing about it. So I got these picks, and I got all these poinsettias. Hang on. Well, I'll just show you individually. I got these. They need some TLC, and they will get some. I'm going to make a arrangement for the dining room table. That one's in much better shape. I think, you know, what happened was they squished them all down in the bag, because when I pick stuff out, I'm picky and I try to pick the very best. And they have just absolutely ruined them all by cramming them down in one bag. I should have been paying attention and told them I'd pay for an extra bag, but whatever. So these are kind of velvety, and they're a nice quality. They need some TLC as well, and I'll probably try to straighten up some of this glitter. And so I got quite a few of those. And then we've got glitter everywhere. It's now all over my dining room table, and I'm having my daughter and her husband over for dinner in about 3 hours. The food's all done. I made it last night, and we were gonna eat it at noon today, but then we got busy and shopped longer than we thought we would. Anyway, here's some more picks that I bought. They have some fairly decent ones if you really comb through. And I have always like painted on some of these, or put, you know, those of you that know me from way back, the few of you that are left that are participating on the channel, you know that I like to put glitter on everything. By the way, my daughter told me she thought those are the kind of flowers that you dry. I was like, okay, looks like they're getting there. All right, so that is some of my picks and my flowers, and it costs $55 for everything. So I want to do a, I'm mostly trying to sort of do stuff that's similar to Ralph Lauren in gold and white and green. And the red I got because my daughter loves red Christmas. But these are for an arrangement, which will probably go in the living room. I will show you probably a few vids along the way. And then she said this goes around the tree, but you know, I'm like those gals that like to take stuff and flip it. I told her I wanted to get this and see what I could do with it, that I thought I could find something to do with it. For instance, I would, let me bring this down so you can see it. For instance, I would take something that fit in here properly and just set it like that, and voila, you have another piece, right? Not exactly like that, but that's the whole concept, is just to switch it up and make something nice out of it. I have to have this table cleaned up, by the way, for dinner pretty soon. Plus have the food heated up and the salad made. Anyway, so I really am just getting glitter everywhere. So I'm just scooting it aside. I'll probably have it on my face and in my hair, and Lord knows where it will end up at. I was watching a guy named Ramon on YouTube this morning. He said they had glitter everywhere. I got some of these for my, they're the battery operated ones. I got 3 of them for one of my arrangements, which I have not actually sat down and designed, but I have a good idea what I want. And I wanted some snow men in my arrangements. And so I got these 2. So cute, I love them. And then I wanted some red berries, and I didn't find these till the last, but look at them, aren't they awesome? They're like frosted with ice or sugar or something. These are really nice red berries from Dollar Tree. You get 36 in a pack, and they have wires on them individually. So then I wanted these. They're not exactly votive, I don't think. They're a little bigger than that. So I wanted these to have those go in there. But I don't know if I'm going to put them in there. I'm not sure. And then I found these just at the last minute. It says woven basket, panier tissé. They're so cute. They have golden threads through them. Wouldn't they be sweet for something? Okay, so my mother used to take a pretty glass bowl. She didn't like spending money unless she was buying craft magazines or craft supplies, excuse me. And so She was born on a farm and grew up there, same as I did, same farm, her dad's farm. Me and my older brother and my sister, just 3 years younger than me, were all born at home on that farm, and our granny was called Nurse Jones, or Mammy Jones, or Mommy Jones, and she delivered us, all of us. She had delivered practically everybody in the county for years and years and years. So I didn't find the Jenga set, because sometimes you need some little pieces of wood to put behind one of those wooden houses. I couldn't find any of the wooden houses at our store. Sorry about that. Art brushes. So I got those because I got stuff for little gingerbread scene. And hang on just a second. You guys have seen me use this before by my tree, like last year and year before. And so I had it out to use it. Excuse me if I'm getting in your way there. And so I brought that out. And this is the fake snow. I think we got 2 packages of it. And let me see what else. There's the other package of that. And then we have this other. This is heavy. It's got a weighted bottom, so I will find something to do with it, even if it's flip it over and use it. Like I could take a plate and put on here, and it could become a cake plate. So, all right. So I think both boxes are right here, but aren't these just darling? These are how the gingerbread boxes are already done. And I don't know if I'm actually going to do anything to them or not. I think they're pretty cute. And after getting all this stuff, I was like, wow, I am really making work for myself. So there's one side of it, and another, and another, and another. And I just told Doreen the other day, just for fun, I talk to her sometimes, and I told her my next project was going to be maybe doing another tree like the one I did the other day, but a little bit different style. And I wanted to work more with her French Bliss boutique kits, and cut out, I probably already cut out some of those angels, I suppose. And she said she thought that sounded good. Let me put this together and then put it back in there. So cute, isn't it? Can't you just see a little chimney smoking and Santa Claus going down the chimney? Might get his suit all smoky. Okay, so what did I do with the lid to that? I don't know. I'm just going to pop it back over here. It's amazing how fast you can go through all that, isn't it? Was that all I had? I think that was all I had. I didn't think it looked like about 50 pieces. There's the lid right there. So that's my haul for today. We are at 13 minutes. That's pretty good. And I think I'm going to take a rest before I have to serve dinner to my daughter and son-in-law, which I wanted to do. And my daughter had mentioned to me a while back that even though she had bariatric surgery and tries to be on a low carb or sometimes a keto style diet, but she said, Mom, I miss your country cooking. And I said, yeah, I know, that's the problem with all of us, is that generations of, you know, people in our family ate biscuits and gravy and all that stuff. And maybe a treat like that once in a while, but it's not a healthy lifestyle to eat that way. Although I do have to say that two of my grandmothers that ate that way all their lives lived to be almost 100 years old and were active almost right up until the end. So, and they beat a lot of things, you know, cancer, leukemia, whatever. But their bodies were strong from living and working on farms and working hard all their lives and getting fresh air and sunshine. One of the biggest things with our health is we don't get enough vitamin D and B. We don't get enough vitamins and minerals in our food nowadays because it's just not as good as it used to be. The soil's tired and the air and water's polluted and yada, yada, you know. We'll leave that alone now because we're supposed to be having a happy day, right? Okay, so I just can't get over these. I wasn't expecting to find these. I found them near the candles. And, oh, it says birch and vine on here. Sweet. Nice. We have a place, we have a couple of places in Wenatchee, which is about an hour away from here. That's where I used to live. And there was several antique shops around, including a big antique shop mall about 30 minutes away on the way to Leavenworth, which is a world-famous German sort of amusement town. And especially at Christmas time, they have the lighting ceremony there. Anyway, they have a lot of videos on YouTube for it. Okay, I think I'm going to tie it up now. I made one big mess and didn't at all keep it organized or put it back. So now I get to clean it up. And I get to figure out how to do all these. And I got all this stuff home and I was like, well, this is so lightweight. And then it was like, duh, I was supposed to get batteries for it. So, all right, I'll get the batteries next time I go. I think she said we might go next week again. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys are looking forward to this holiday season and spending time with family. You know, I am learning almost for the first time in my life that when you're not around family all the time, one of the best things that you can do is to be open to people enough that you can have a few or however many relationships you desire that are on an even keel and that you find them to be reciprocating. And I guess what I'm trying to say is your family is not always people that you grew up with. It's not always just people that you're related to. For some reason, often we are almost what I consider assigned in the heavenlies to be a part of somebody else's lives or to let them be a part of ours. And so recognizing who family is and who your support system is very important. I'm fortunate because I'm blessed with good kids and a good family. Not that we don't have our times, we do just like everyone else, but we work our way through it. And I've tried to instill in them that, you know, if you need to lick your wounds for a while, okay, but don't let it become a lifestyle. And don't let it rob you of your joy. You know, today, so many things in life are robbing us of our joy, so we need to get it back. All right, guys, I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me share this time with you. I can't wait to do some stuff and then share it with you. And I think what I'm going to do is just leave a lot of this the way it is, but I'm going to try and I think the log look is very cute, but I think typical gingerbread is like the solid brown in a gingerbread color. So I'm going to kind of spruce it up a little bit. And then I also I've got white paint. This week I ordered that and sage green and I think it was called Barn Red. I'm getting 3 of those bottles in the mail. I think it was supposed to come today, come to think of it. So I'm going to have to go back out and check after a while. Oh no, it's supposed to come next Thursday. This coming Thursday. So, I'll catch you next time. Hang in there. I want you all to know that I do try to watch your videos. Those of you that I'm aware that you have channels and you need support on there. As soon as I go through the hyping thing so quickly about stuff that I like or people I want to support, that next thing I know, it's saying, you can't do it. You already hyped 3 times this week. I'm like, okay, then I'll just wait. And I love it when somebody does that for me because, you know, you're watching your views and then all of a sudden it bumps it up by 2,000 or 3,000 and you're like, oh, thank God, you know. I don't know where that came from, but I'm grateful. So I'll catch you guys next time. Take care. Stay safe. Stay warm.